Yo, 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 yo. Salute, people. What's going on? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. Hope you guys are doing well. Janelle, I see you first in the comments. Salute, salute. Today we have a heavyweight matchup. Damn, Janelle already with the super chat. Aces win? Question mark. Salute. Appreciate that super chat. We'll see. We have a huge matchup on our hands, people. This one is between the #1 seed in the WNBA playoffs, the Minnesota Lynx, and you have currently now the 4 seed in the Las Vegas Aces. So we have a matchup between two potential MVP candidates. It could be Napheesa with the Lynx. It could be Asia with the Aces. Two teams that are top of the league looking for bragging rights here. All right, let's get into it. Let me see if they've updated some things. I was waiting to see if they gave the Aces starting lineup. Let me see if they have, and they have not still. But we'll start off with the Minnesota Lynx. We have Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Napheesa Collier, Alana Smith. The subs, you have Jess Shepard, Natisha Heidemann, Dejanay Carrington, Anastasia Olari Kosu, Maria Kleondakova, Jalen Sherrod, and Cameron Taylor. And then nobody to report injured. Mads, salute. Mads joined the Discord, was in the Discord with us earlier. Doubling down on Janelle's bet. Aces win. Salute for the super chat. Appreciate you. We shall see. For the Aces, I think the starting lineup, they'll stick with the same one they've been going with. Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Kirsten Bell, Nalissa Smith, and Asia Wilson. Off the bench, Dana Evans, Aaliyah Nye, Jewel Lloyd, Megan Gustafson, and Kia Stokes. And then, of course, Cheyenne Parker Tice is practicing now, but she's still out due to personal reasons. She just recently had a baby, I think in July, so she's still working her way back. Yeah, we started off with 2 super chats already. Salute to both of y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right, this game is on Prime Video, so I should stop watching the football game and go to Prime. I was taking a look at the Eagles and Dallas game. Started off a little spicy to start the season. Not the biggest football fan, but gotta tune in here and there. All right, cool. Now I'm on Prime. Cool. Another game that's going on, I'll have it at the top of your screens here, is between the Dallas Wings and the Golden State Valkyries. Dallas Wings and the Golden State Valkyries. Valkyries with a win secure their spot in the playoffs. That's the only playoff scenario that could take place tonight. If the Valkyries beat the Wings, they will secure their place in the 2025 postseason. Man, I said at least it started off with a bang. Yeah, it definitely did. Dude, spitting on people is crazy. That's ultimate disrespect, but that's absolutely crazy. And then other guy freaking looks like he tears his Achilles. I don't know what's going on. Football season off to a crazy start already. All right. They don't have anything on the broadcast, on either of the broadcasts as of yet. So let's take a look at the matchups between these two teams. Minnesota 32-8, Vegas 26-14. Of course, the MVP candidates are the leaders in points and rebounds. Napheesa averaging 23.5, Asia right behind her at 23.4. Napheesa with 7.5 rebounds, Asia with 10.1, and Courtney Williams with 6.3 assists, Chelsea Gray with 5.3 assists. We scroll down here, the Lynx are first in points per game at 87. They're first in assists at 23.6 assists per game. They're sixth in rebounding at 34.2, first in field goal percentage at 47.4%. They're top in a lot of categories. I'll be saying they're first in a lot. So that's why they're the number one team record wise in the league. The Aces though are on a 12-game winning streak, so they are no slouch. They haven't played in like what seems like forever. For the bettors here, money line is in favor of the Lynx. The spread is, of course, still in favor of the Lynx. 1.5 point favorites in this one. And the over-under on the total points is 163.5, according to BetMGM. Aces do trail the series 3-0. So they lost in Minnesota on June 17th, 76-62. They lost in Minnesota again, 109-78. And then they got absolutely roasted on August 2nd. National TV game, CBS game, I think it was. They got blown off the floor. That's the same game Napheesa hurt herself. They won a 111-58. I think it's the second worst loss in W history. But that's what sparked this 12-game winning streak from the Aces after that. Final matchup of the season between these two. As you can see, the Lynx have won 4 of their last 5. Last loss came against Seattle when they had that miraculous second half to beat them. But they've been handling business either way. As you can see, the last time the Aces played was August 27th. Today is September 4th. So that's how long they haven't played. But as I mentioned, 12-game winning streak. Nothing to sniff at. Crazy. 12-game winning streak. All right. So now that we've prefaced this game here, make sure you fill out the poll. What are your thoughts? Who do you think will pull off the win in this game? Poll is on the YouTube for those on the YouTube. If you're on the Twitch, salute the Twitch gang. Make sure you just put it in the comments. Who do you think will pull off the win in this game? In my opinion, I'm thinking the winner of this game pretty much solidifies the MVP. So as long as they have a decent game. So, right, Maz. Hopefully this broadcast goes smoothly. Maz, Sierra, and I were in the Discord earlier, and I don't know if it was they had the new crew on the broadcast in the control room for the Washington Mystics, but for the whole like first quarter, you were hearing the TV truck control room while the game was going on as they were calling the game. So you were just hearing cut camera 1, take camera 1, roll, go on a break. It's just bad. It's embarrassing. So as somebody who works in sports TV, that should never happen. But I'm glad they had to send a tweet out to them to make sure somebody knew. But I'm glad they got it fixed. You're really counting down the commercials. It was all bad in that broadcast. But if you want to join us, join the Discord. Link is in the description, in the channel description, and in the broadcast in this stream description. We were watching the game before this in there. With games I'm not streaming, I usually put in the Discord so we could watch and talk about it. And then we could talk about anything. Sierra and I were talking about vacations and stuff, like places to go, like places we've been and stuff. It's just a nice community over there. So make sure you join the Discord. All right, enough about that. As I was saying, I think the winner of this game, granted, if they have a good game, we will see that person win the MVP. So if Napheesa has her usual 23 with 8 rebounds, a couple steals and blocks, and they win, I think she'll end up getting the MVP in the eyes of the voters. If Asia has another one of those big nights from Asia and they win, I think that might push her over the top. Landing giving us the update with tennis. Sabalenka, I did see that beat Jess Pegula in 3 sets to go to the championship game. Talk about the US Open in the spirit of the US Open. I got my US Open cup here. My lady, she went to the US Open this year, and I know when they be giving out those special drinks that they be having, she brought back a cup. So in honor of the US Open, it has all the men's and women's winners on it since 1968 all the way up to last year. So shout out to the ladies and the men in the US Open. We'll see who pulls off the win this weekend in the finals. Will Sabalenka go back to back, or will Osaka win her second one? She won in 2018. Dang, it was that long ago. Naomi Osaka won. Crazy. Liz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Alrighty. Thanks for everybody for joining. The broadcast has started. I just recognized that I had my volume low on my headphones. I looked up and I see them all chatting. All right, let's get down to business. Aces, as I mentioned, Aces with a 12-game winning streak. Lynx still the best team in the league record-wise. So we shall see who is the victor. Yeah, when Naomi, she had the baby, stepped away for a bit, has been trying to work her way back. And now she's back. If she wins tonight, she'll be in the final. So hopefully she can get back into that Grand Slam winning mentality. All right, game is in Las Vegas. Game is in Las Vegas. All right. Looking on the floor, it looks like I have the starting lineups right, so we should be good to go there. Should be good to go there. The 1 seed Lynx, the current 4 seed Aces. Playing at Michelob Ultra Arena, and we're off to start this one. I don't know why it looks so different. There's a lot of empty seats right now, to be completely honest with you. Napheesa with the ball and the Lynx. Napheesa with it. Up top to Courtney Williams. This looks so weird. I think they're in a different arena. Alana Smith for 3, and Alana Smith is on the board for 3 to start this game. Are they usually at Michelob Ultra? What's the other arena in Vegas, y'all? For those who be watching this stuff. No, there's 2 arenas. Oh, T-Mobile. That's the other one. So this is their regular arena. Sorry. Ball with Asia. Asia on the drive, spins, fall away, jump shot, and Asia is on the board. Gets the game off to a start for the home team. Ball over to Alana Smith. She shoots another 3, misses that one. Tip rebound by Gray. Goes out to Napheesa. Finds Alana Smith under the basket. She dribbles out. Up top to McBride. She rested last game. And she gets to the basket this time. Misses the left-hand lay. Rebound to Chelsea Gray. No look to Napheesa Smith. Napheesa Smith in the post against Alana Smith. Spins back to the baseline. Double clutches. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Goes to McBride. And McBride with it. Gets it over to Bridget Carlton. Bridget Carlton. Transition 3 is up. And that's 2 threes for the Lynx to start this one. One for Alana Smith. One for Bridget Carlton. And it's 6-2. Yeah, I didn't mean to talk about that, Con Landing. We'll talk about it at the next break about Caitlyn. I did have it prepped to talk about, and I totally forgot. I got distracted. Ball down to Napheesa Smith. Gets away, but she smokes the layup. Smokes. Good pass from Jackie, but she smokes it, and then Alana Smith passes it right to Kirsten Bell. And Jackie Young with it now. She slows it down, calls out the play. Over to Asia, top of the key. Left side to Chelsea. Chelsea, no look to Asia. Asia shoots over Napheesa and scores. That's 2 for Asia already. 2 baskets for Asia. She's up to 4 points. It's 6-4 Minnesota. Kima, what's going on? I mean, if the Aces stay in 4, this could be a semifinal matchup. Potentially. Entry pass finds its way to Fee. Over to Bridget Carlton. Wide open for another 3. And you cannot give her that much time. She was right in front of her bench. Had enough time to check the win. Flip the ball around, get the seams right, and she cashes out. So that's 6 for Bridget. They've only hit 3 so far. Asia. Midi is go. Asia. She wants that MVP. She's had all 6 points here for the Aces. Ball and play with Napheesa. Top of the key here. Over to Kayla McBride. Kayla McBride over to Bridget. Touch pass to Courtney Williams in the corner. 6 on the clock. She rejects the screen. Goes baseline, but smokes the layup. 2 smoke layups here. 1 for Napheesa. 1 for Courtney Williams. It stays at 9-6 here. Jackie down to Napheesa. Napheesa goes off of Alana Smith. She bodies up on Napheesa and scores. 9-8. It's already a better start than last time. Courtney Williams over to Fee. Fee with the ball. Hand off to McBride. McBride finds Carlton. Carlton wide open for another three. And that's 3 threes for Bridget Carlton. One of their ancillary players is stepping up here. She has 9 of the 12 points. Minnesota top in the league, top of the league in 3-point percentage. Ball over to Asia. Asia over to Chelsea. Chelsea left side, crosses back to the left now and shoots the 3, misses. Kirsten Bell offensive rebound, putback is good. So it's 12-10 now. Minnesota on top. Courtney Williams gets to her midi, wide open, nothing but the bottom of the net. If you don't stop her on that mid-range jump shot, it's going to be a long night. Kirsten Bell over to Chelsea, left side of the floor. Chelsea goes behind the back, comes back to her left, guarded by Fee now. They try to get it down to Asia. Asia guarded by McBride. That should be barbecue chicken. She faces up, spins, shoots the jump shot, and somehow it bounces off the outside of the rim and in. Asia Wilson up to 8 points already. Oh, Courtney Williams, what a pass to Fee, and she punches it out of bounds. Asia Wilson with the block into the second row. Asia Wilson with the block. She's amped up for this game. You could tell. She punches that Fee shot into the third row there. Sheesh. I love it. I love it. Ball and play here with Kayla McBride. McBride comes off the screen. Bucket pass to Fee. Fee says, nah, you ain't blocking this one. Hits the left elbow jump shot. And she's on the board. Napheesa Collier. 16-12. Asia, corner to Jackie in the left corner. She dribbles out of it. Jackie down the lane, over to Jewel. Up top to Chelsea. Chelsea on the drive. Chelsea, mid-range jump shot going to her left. Too strong. Jewel Lloyd with the rebound. Over to Jackie. Back in the post with Asia. Asia spins. Jump shot over Carlton. Oh, none of her shots are even hitting the rim right now. Asia Wilson is on one. 16-14. Oh, and a turnover by the Lynx. Jewel Lloyd over to Chelsea Gray. Gray over to Lloyd. Lloyd transition 3, and the Aces have the lead. 3 for Jewel Lloyd. Her first touch of the game is cashed out, and it's 17-16. Wow, what a start to this one, people. What a start. Ball over to Bridget Carlton, top of the key. She has 9 points. Kayla McBride, corner 3, and she misses. Rebound to Asia. Asia over to Jackie Young. Jackie Young gets down the lane, goes up, and lays it in. Goes coast to coast for the lay. 7-0 run by the Aces. They have a 3-point lead here. 19-16. Courtney Williams with the ball. Courtney Williams over to K-Mac. K-Mac over to Napheesa. Napheesa pump fakes. Goes by Asia, stops, pauses, and goes up and scores. Napheesa with the ultimate patience there. Pump fake on Asia. Got to the rim. Pump faked on Melissa. And lays it in. 18-19. You can see the energy the Aces are playing with. You could tell they've had 8 days off. Ball with Chelsea. Chelsea drives left. Chelsea probe dribbles. No look. Gets deflected and stolen. Bridget Carlton has it. Over to Courtney Williams. Bounce pass to Alana Smith. She quick lays it up over Asia and scores. So a nice response here by the Lynx. 2019 is the score. Yo, this is good hoops right here, y'all. This is good hoops. Jackie Young with the ball. Playing behind the screen. Wide open for 3. Top of the key 3. J.O. knocks it down. And they retake the lead. 22-20. Courtney Williams over to Napheesa. Napheesa pulls up a 3 and misses. Rebound to Jackie. Jackie left side to Chelsea. Tries to get it down to Asia. Asia out to Melissa. Over to Jewel. Jewel up top to Jackie. Jackie drives into the paint. Goes up. Floater is up and good. Superb ball movement there by the Aces. They've got it into the paint. Moved it out to the perimeter. And Jackie Young penetrates the defense. Courtney Williams. Mid-range jump shot. Answers right back. This is crazy right here. Everybody hooping. This is like a playoff game, y'all. This is a playoff game. They are absolutely hooping on both ends here. 24-22. We haven't even had a timeout here. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. And Courtney Williams picks that off, and it's a steal. Courtney Williams on the run. The first quarter is almost over. Bridget Carlton, corner to McBride. McBride picks up her dribble, finds Alana Smith. Up top to Courtney Williams. Pick and roll here. Courtney, oh, good pass to Alana Smith, and she lays it in. And we finally have a break in play. The first quarter is almost over. 1:49 to go. And we're tied at 24. My goodness. This is excellent hoops. Excellent hoops right here. Man, can you tell the playoffs is almost here? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm sending a tweet out right quick. Sheesh. Wow, 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 wow. What a game. What a game so far. If you're a fan of offense, this is the game for you. If you are a fan of offense. Let's take a quick look at the box score. Salute to everybody in the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. 24-24 with 1:49 to go in the quarter. Offenses are just unstoppable right now. Bridget Carlton with 9 points on 3 of 3 from three-point range. You got 4 from Napheesa, 7 from Alana Smith, and 4 from Courtney Williams. Kayla McBride yet to score. They're shooting 10 for 16, 62% from the field, 4 for 7, 57% from 3. For the Aces, Asia Wilson with 10 points already, 2 rebounds and a nice block on Napheesa, 2 for Kirsten Bell, 2 for Nalissa Smith, 7 for Jackie Young, and then Jewel Lloyd off the bench with 3. They're shooting 73% from the field, 66% from 3-on-3 attempts. And both teams, they have 2 turnovers, so they're about pretty much about equal here in this one. Offenses are humming here. Wow, wow, wow. Alrighty, so game about to come back in play right now. First quarter, it was just, they didn't even have a time for a timeout. There was no stoppages, anything until 1:49 to go. Sheesh. Oh, the game is at the T-Mobile Arena? Oh, they had the Michelob, I guess they have it said Michelob Ultra on the, what you call it, on the court. So maybe they're just using their court in the T-Mobile Arena. That would make sense because this viewing angle is different than I'm used to with Aces. Ball and play with Jackie Young and the Aces here. Jackie Young drives right, hezzy move, gets the ball stripped and stolen. Jessica Shepard for the Lynx has the ball. She's checked in over to stud bud number 2, Heidemann. Heidemann comes off the screen, going to her right. Heidemann drops it off to Fee. Fee pump fakes, fall away over Asia, misses. Rebound to Bell. Bell crosses half court. Left side to Jackie, over to Asia. Back to Jackie. Jackie, corner to Jewel. Jewel in the corner, finds Asia in the mid post, right side of the court. Over to Jackie Young. She gets free. 3 is off, and Jessica Shepard gets the rebound. They call a foul on Jessica Shepard on the offensive rebound. Hits Jewel Lloyd in the nose. So they're showing the WNBA scoring leaders. Napheesa at 23.5. Asia right behind her at 23.4. And Chelsea Gray is at 18.8. That's interesting. 7th. Ball in play, gets it to Kirsten Bell, over to Jewel. They leave Asia wide open, and she misses the wide open one. I think she was shocked she was wide open. Napheesa Heidemann goes downhill on Dana Evans. Evans with the strip. Dana Evans, jump pass over to Bell. Bell up top to Evans. Evans trying to get it down to Asia. Asia gets screens off for Dana. Dana pulls up, left elbow jump shot is up and good. Her first attempt is good. Dana Evans with the shot. And it's 26-24. Courtney Williams with the ball. About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Courtney Williams off the screen from Fee. And they call a moving screen by Napheesa. So that's a turnover there by the Lynx. 11 seconds to go. Ball in play here with Dana Evans. Evans with the ball, drives on Jessica Shepard, stops, jump pass over to Jackie, up top to Bell. Bell pump fakes, relocates 3, short, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of 1, Aces lead 26-24. That's what I'm saying. There's no way, Kimo. I was confused. I said she averages that much, and it can't be. I have to look that up myself. But the score is 26-24. We'll take a look at that to see if they just spreading lies there on the Aces broadcast. It is their home broadcast essentially, so they could be a little bit of homers over there. Let's take a look at the box score right quick. 26-24 is the score. It was a typo? All right, cool. Mahoney, what's going on? I think Jackie averaged 18.8. We'll take a look. 26-24 is the score. Minnesota, Bridget Carlton with 9, 4 for Napheesa, 7 for Atlanta Smith, 4 for Courtney Williams, none for Kayla McBride. For Las Vegas, off their bench, nobody has scored. For Las Vegas, Asia with 10, 2 for Bella and Smith, 7 for Young. Chelsea Gray, the supposed 18.8 points per game scorer, has 0. 3 for Lloyd and 2 for Evans. Let's take a look at this while I'm on this page. Can I can't click on their names here. I'm gonna have to do it over here. Yeah, because they over here spreading lies on national TV here. To big up their player. I know it's probably just a typo. Yes, Jackie Young. It says Jackie Young averages 16.4. So let me see what they're saying Chelsea Gray averages. Yeah, I mean, she don't average nothing near that. She's averaging 11.1. So they put somebody name in there. Let me show y'all. Let me look on the WNBA website. It probably is more accurate than ESPN, maybe. Let's take a look. Why would you... Salute to everybody hanging around. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new here. Box score. Jackie Young. Yeah, so this is what it says. So it says Jackie Young averages 16.4 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists. So they put somebody's name in there that shouldn't be. And if you go to Chelsea Gray, she averages 11.1 points per game. So I don't know who was supposed to be at that 18.8, but it was not them two. It was not them two. Oh, broadcast coming back, y'all. Broadcast is coming back. All right, let's see. Man, Jackie Young over here pouring sweat. They kept the camera mad close to her. Ball and play here to start the second quarter. Mads, you're going to have to keep me updated with the football. I ain't even interested. Jewel Lloyd goes down the lane and gets blocked by Jessica Shepard. Shepard gets the ball over to K-Mac. K-Mac on the drive into the paint. Floater is up, and she can't get it. Gets her own rebound, though, and gets it over to Courtney Williams. She takes a long 2 off the back rim, and Jewel Lloyd with the rebound over to Dana Evans. So it's pretty much a bench lineup and Chelsea Gray on the floor for the Aces. Evans over the head pass to Jewel in the corner for three, and she misses. Kia Stokes with the rebound over to Kirsten Bell, and she travels. That hop step, she landed on the same foot she jumped off of. So it's a turnover by Kirsten Bell. That one was a little closer than. Yeah, it was a little skippy, but I don't know if that was what I thought she did. Over to Kayla McBride. Quick release for three. She just can't buy one right now. Maybe that she shouldn't have taken the rest. K-Mac is 0 for 4 now. Dana Evans with the ball. Evans attacks Courtney Williams. Gets down the lane. Pass over to Stokes. Stokes, corner three. No. And fight for the rebound. Heidemann picks it up over to Williams. Williams on the run here. Left side of the floor. Gets it over to Atlanta Smith in the corner. Drives baseline. Finds a cutting Heidemann, but it goes behind. They call a blocking foul on the pass by Chelsea Gray. It would have been a steal, but Chelsea Gray tried to draw the charge. But it's a blocking foul. Yeah, she moved. So it's 26-24 still. 26-24. You have Atlanta Smith, McBride, Williams, Shepard, and Heidemann on the floor. Williams with the ball. Williams gets downhill, goes up for the floater. Off the glass is good. Ties the game at 26. Ball up quickly to Chelsea. Chelsea drives left, spins back right into the paint. Double clutches, throws it over her head, and draws the foul. So Chelsea Gray will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Chelsea Gray first free throw is up and good. Stokes goes to the bench. Wilson checks back in. Aaliyah Nye, the rookie, checks in as well. There's no Dejanay Carrington for the Minnesota Lynx. I forgot. They didn't really put her name on the list there. That was interesting. No Dejanay Carrington. As they hit the second free throw, the Aces do. Chelsea Gray. I forgot Dejanay was out with the shoulder injury. Ball over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams drives right into the paint on Dana. Double clutches, shoots over her, bounces off the back of the rim, and scores. Ties the game at 28-28. Evans down to Wilson. Wilson at the top of the key. Backs down on Shepard. Dream shake. Fall away jump shot. Off. Rebound to Williams. Williams with the ball. Crosses half court. Gets it over to Atlanta Smith. She transition three. Front rim. Rebound to Gray. Gray with the ball. Over to Dana Evans. Evans guarded by Atlanta Smith. Get it down to Asia. Asia, middle of the floor. She goes up. Left hand layup is good. Asia Wilson absolutely cooking in this first half. She's up to 12 points. Shepard with the ball. Gets it over to Kayla McBride. Wide open for three. Can she hit one? No, she cannot. Long rebound out to Heidemann. Heidemann up top to Williams. Williams. Left side of the floor. Gets it down to Atlanta Smith to touch pass to Shepard. Over to Kayla McBride. Can she hit this one? Finally, she looks to the heavens and she finally knocks down a three. On her sixth attempt, she hits a 6-shot attempt. She gets it. And they call a foul on Atlanta Smith for a reach in, trying to deny the ball to Asia. Let me add Dejanay Carrington to this list here. Oh, damn it. Always do that. Ball and play here with the Aces. Chelsea down to Asia. Asia dream shake again, shoots over Shepard and scores from the right hash. Asia Wilson on an absolute mission here. 14 points. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann over to McBride. McBride with the ball. McBride denies the screen, gets into the paint, right hand scoop, and scores. Kayla McBride finally saw one shot go in, and now she's made 2 in a row, 33-32. J.O. with the ball. Jackie Young, guarded by Fee, who's checked in. I didn't even recognize. Gets it over to Chelsea. Oh, no, that's Jewel. Jewel with the ball. And Asia tries to get it back to Jewel on a back cut, stolen by Heidemann. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann over to McBride. McBride, quick release for three. That was a heat check. She misses. Rebound to Lloyd. Outlet to Jackie. Jackie catches it, but too far under the basket. She stops, tries to draw the foul, shoots the fall away, can't get it. And McBride with the rebound. McBride over to Jessica Shepard. Shepard with a double team. Somebody's open over to Heidemann. Heidemann wide open for three. Lines it up and short. Fight for the rebound. And Asia gets it. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Left to right crossover. Attacks McBride. Gets into the paint. Goes up and scores. That's Chelsea Gray's first points of the game. 34-33 aces. Ball over to Napheesa. Napheesa drives, gets down the lane, stops, reverses, fall away over Asia, and they call a block there on Asia. That's 2 blocks for Asia on Fee. Gets it over to Jackie. Corner to Aaliyah Nye, the rookie, for 3, and cashes it in. And a timeout called by Cheryl Reeve. (37-33) with 5:01 to go in the second quarter. It's been Asia Wilson show here on both ends of the floor. Listen, she's making her stamp right here. She is making her stamp so far in this one. I gotta salute it. I mean, you know she would come out extra motivated. She got the worst loss of her career on her home floor to this team. So you know she would come out super motivated to avenge that loss, and she has, and the team has followed her lead so far. Listen, you lose by 50 plus at home. You got to come out and show you're not soft. I'm just fixing something with the injury report. I forgot Dejanay was out injured. Sorry, that's updated now. Let's take a look at the box score so far. Listen, man. A ball. The Aces are up 37-33 against the Minnesota Lynx. They're outscoring the Lynx 11-9 in the quarter. Let's take a look. Minnesota, Carlton still with 9. Hasn't taken a shot since she made her 3 threes. 4 for Napheesa on 2 of 6 shooting. She's getting her shot blocked by Asia twice already. 7 for Alana Smith. 5 for Kayla McBride. She's 2 for 8. Courtney Williams with 8 points. Off the bench, Heidemann and Shepard yet to score. They're shooting 5 for 14, 35% from 3 now. 48% from the field. For Las Vegas, you got Asia Wilson with 14. 2 for Kirsten Bell. 2 for Nalissa Smith. 4 for Chelsea Gray, and 7 for Jackie Young. So got 14 points, 2 blocks for Asia. Off the bench, Lloyd with 3, Evans with 2, Nye with 3. They're shooting 57% from the field, 37.5% from 3. So the girls are hooping right now. I got to salute it. They are absolutely hooping. Asia Wilson saying MVP is mine. Napheesa, she gonna have to fight back. So this game is at T-Mobile Arena. I guess they just were showing. I guess they don't have a court that says T-Mobile Arena on it, so they just brought the court from their Michelob Ultra Arena and brought it to the T-Mobile Arena because the court says Michelob Ultra. That's why I was like so confused. All right. AR, what up? Who I got? At the start of the game, I didn't even make my prediction like I usually do. So it's gonna feel disingenuous now but I'm gonna say Aces win this one. It's still a close enough game where I can vote. So I'm gonna say Aces win. Fee with the ball, attacks Asia this time, and left hand lays up on her. She said, "You're not blocking this one." So every time Fee has gotten blocked by Asia, she comes back the next possession and scores on her. So at this rate, she gonna have to keep getting blocked, I guess. 37-35. Fee guarding Jackie. Over to Chelsea. Chelsea on the drive. Guarded tight by McBride. Gets to the foul line. Fall away jump shot from the foul line. Scores over Kayla McBride. Chelsea grade. The midi is good. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann, pocket pass to Napheesa. Step through move. And they called a foul on that one. It was she did the step through, and I think they called a foul on Asia. Oh, they call it on Nalyssa, not on Asia. So Napheesa will go to the line for the first free throws of her game. Fee knocks down the first. So Fee at the line for the second. And she's short on the second. Rebound to Nye. Nye gets it over to Young. Young over to Chelsea. Touch pass to Nye. Nye drives baseline. Corner to Nalyssa Smith. She pump fakes for three. Drives into the paint. Shoots over Kleondakova and misses. Rebound to Napheesa. Napheesa got 7. Dwally. And Heidemann quickly gets to the lane and scores the layup. 38-39. Asia Wilson with the ball, guarded by Fee. Out to Chelsea. Chelsea loads up for a 3. Halfway down and out, and rebound gets tipped and taken by Heidemann. Heidemann pocket pass to Napheesa. Pulls up for the midi. Napheesa short on the midi. She was wide open. And rebound to Asia. Jackie Young with the ball. Spins off. Guarded by Carlton. Napheesa switches on to her now. Jackie, nowhere to go. Gets it over to Chelsea. Chelsea with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Top of the key. Gets the screen going left from Asia. Picks up her dribble. Corner to Jackie. Jackie crosses over. Shoots over Fee. And scores. Going to her right. Tough shot by Jackie. Had to get it off with the shot clock expiring. And it's 41-38. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann over to Kleondakova. Hand off to Heidemann. Nobody home. Heidemann just right down the lane. Nobody within 10 feet of her. She lays it right on in. 41-40. The Lynx like to run that empty side pick and roll on the wing and have their other players on the perimeter. The help defense hard to come by. And foul there by Napheesa. Asia somehow caught that pass between two defenders and she draws the foul. So we have a timeout here. 2:31 to go. Ace is on top, 41-40. So 41-40 is the score. Kimo said Amazon Mamas have a typo in the Reno name. No, this is I think that name is like imprinted on the court. It's not one of those digital names that they be doing. I guess they just don't have a court for the Aces that says T-Mobile Arena. That's my deduction here, looking at it, because this game is definitely at T-Mobile. I just looked on ESPN. It says it's on T-Mobile, at T-Mobile Arena. But I guess they just don't have they only play at T-Mobile Arena maybe 3 or 4 times a season, if that. So maybe they say it doesn't justify having a whole court with T-Mobile Arena on it. We'll just share the court, which is a little tacky, but it is what it is. Let's take a quick look at the box score while we have some time. Salute to everybody who's joined the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We recently passed 1,300 subs. Thanks to all of y'all. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel out tremendously. All right, 41-40 is the score. Asia Wilson will shoot 2 free throws when we come back. The Lynx are outscoring the Aces 16-15 in the quarter. If you're into the betting, the point spread is the same. Oh, it's actually flipped. Minnesota were 1.5 point favorites. Now the Aces are 1.5 point favorites. RC, what up? Go Las Vegas Lynx. Yo, you are something else, dog. You are something else, bro. For the Minnesota Lynx, you got Bridget Carlton with 9, 7 for Fee and Alana Smith, 5 for McBride, 8 for Williams. Off the bench, Heidemann with 4 points and 4 rebounds. For Las Vegas, you got A'ja Wilson with 14 on 7 of 9 shooting, has 2 blocks, both on Napheesa Collier, 2 for Bell, Smith, and Gray. For Bell and Smith, 6 for Gray with 5 assists, and Jackie Young with 9 points. Off the bench, you have 3 from Lloyd and Aaliyah Nye, and 2 from Dana Evans. Right, broadcast is coming back now. Broadcast is coming back. Oh, so the final 3 games of the season will be in T-Mobile Arena, according to the Aces broadcaster. Maybe Michelob Ultra is booked. A'ja misses the free throw. That's why it looks so empty, because it's a much bigger arena. And A'ja knocks down the second. Ball in play here with the Lynx. A 2-point game here, 42-40. It's been all offense to start this one. Heidemann with the ball, comes off the screen. Heidemann into the paint, finds McBride, pump fakes, picks up her dribble up top to Williams. Williams with 6 on the clock. Mid-range jump shot is off and out of bounds. Sometimes you're turning down a good shot, looking for a better shot, and you end up with a worse shot. That's what happened on that possession. Jackie gets it over to Chelsea. Chelsea with the ball. Bullet pass to Jackie. Too high and out of reach. And it's a turnover. So it's still 42-40. 1:57 to go. Let me run my clock down. I've been pausing it too early. Heidemann with the ball. Aces up to 6 turnovers now. The Lynx with 4. Heidemann over to Williams. Williams with the ball. Comes off the screen, going to her right. Shoots the midi, and she knocks that one down. Top of the key here, and knocks down the mid-range jump shot right inside the 3-point line. Tie game at 42. That's the danger of Courtney Williams. She can knock down those mid-range jump shots if you give her the opportunity to. A'ja Wilson draws the foul on the perimeter on Bridget Carlton. Yeah, no blowout today. No blowout today. I mean, they've had 8 days rest. They better be up for the fight here. And they got a point to prove as well. Ball and play to Jackie, left side of the floor. Jackie up top to Dana Evans, who's just checked in. Dana drives into the paint, throws up a double clutch, tries to go glass and misses. Rebound to Fee. Over to Heidemann. Heidemann on the drive. Heidemann goes behind the back, and that's a foul on Dana Evans on the reach-in. They have the camera on Lindsay Whalen, multiple-time champion with the Minnesota Lynx as the lead guard. Ball over to K-Mac with 10 on the shot, and they call a moving screen on Courtney Williams. So a lot of moving screen calls being made in this one. Oh, Jackie Young gave her a little bump, and as soon as she hit Jewel Lloyd, she knew it was going to be a moving screen. So it's still 42-42. Ball in play here with the Aces and Dana Evans over to Wilson. Wilson top of the key, hand off to Jackie. Jackie with it. Jackie gets the screen from Jewel. She steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Jackie Young knocks down the 3. And it's a 3-point game, 45-42. Ball over to McBride. McBride off the screen. Into the paint. Right hand scoop off the glass and scores. Tough move there by Kayla McBride. She likes those scoops. And she knocks that one down. Jackie with the ball. Ball gets deflected by Kayla. They send a double. They throw it over to Asia. Ball gets deflected. And they said Asia got fouled there. So I think that's the second foul in the last 2 minutes. Asia will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Asia at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up, and she knocks it down. Asia at the line for the second, and it's up, and Asia knocks down the second. So it's 47-44 with 28 seconds to go here. About a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Aces could potentially have another opportunity to score here. Jackie Young playing tight defense here. They send the trap. Courtney gets it to Napheesa. Napheesa drives. Mid-range jump shot is up and misses. She's been missing that mid-range a lot. And they say it's out of bounds off of Asia. Asia wanted a foul. Coach Reeve wanted out of bounds. And nothing. They say it's just out of bounds. Chelsea Gray with the ball with 5 seconds. Chelsea Gray, mid-range jump shot. Oh, halfway down and out. Napheesa gets the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the half, Aces 47, Lynx 44. Man. I'm going to reset this for the third quarter. And then we're going to get ready for the halftime report. Got a little sloppy there. You're right, Matt. Got a little sloppy, but that's sort of to be expected as how hot they started in that one. All right, 15 minutes for halftime starting now. Let's take a look at this game. 44 Lynx, 47 Aces. The Aces outscored the Lynx 26-24 in the first. They outscored them 21-20 in the second. Forget the odds for now. Minnesota, Bridget Carlton still with 9 points in 17 minutes. 7 for Napheesa. She's been missing a lot of those open mid-range jump shots. Has to hit those in the second half. 7 for Alana Smith. 7 for Kayla McBride with 4 assists. She started off slow, but she came alive a little bit in that second quarter. 10 for Courtney Williams with 3 assists. Off the bench, Heidemann gave him a spark with 4 and 2 steals with 4 rebounds. None for Shepard and Kleonakova. They're shooting 51% from the field, 35.5% from 3. And they've only shot 2 free throws. They've made 1 and missed 1. For Las Vegas, you got Asia, the head of the snake here, with 17 points, 2 blocks, and 3 rebounds. Kirsten Bell with 2. 2 for Nalissa Smith. 6 for Chelsea Gray with 5 assists. And Jackie Young with 12. So 2 of the starters in double figures here. Off the bench, Lloyd with 3, Evans with 2, and Aaliyah Nye, the rookie, with 3. They're shooting 54% from the field, 40% from 3. So really good shooting percentages. Turnovers, 6 for the Aces and 5 for the Lynx. So that's good low turnover, first half for both teams. All right, so that's that for this game. Looking at the other game I have here on my other screen between the Wings and the Valkyries. Wings are up 33-29 on the Valkyries. The Valkyries with a win would secure their place in the postseason. So we could quickly take a look at this game, and then we'll touch on some other playoff scenarios and things of that nature. All right. So Dallas is up 33-29. Let's take a look at the box score. Maddie Segrist with 7. You got 12 for Haley Jones, 5 for Hines Allen, 4 for Beckers with 4 assists. They're shooting 21% from 3, 3 for 14. They're shooting 38% from the field. So not a really good shooting game. The Valkyries will do that to you. Janelle Salon with 2. You got 5 for Rupier, 3 for Fagbenley, 4 for Burton. Then you have Martin with 6, 3 for Late, 6 for Billings in her second game back, none for Caitlin Chen. Funny, Temi Fagbenley was absolutely killing the Liberty. Now she only has 3 points. Make it make sense. All right, so those are the 2 games that are going on right now. Let's take a look at the game that took place earlier today. The Phoenix Mercury moved into 3rd seed with a 75-69 win over the Washington Mystics. Alyssa Thomas, almost another triple-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. Did have 6 turnovers, though, in the game. Satu Sabali with 10 points and 6 rebounds with 4 assists. 8 for Natasha Mack with 8 rebounds. Kalia Copper with team high 18 points and 5 rebounds. Nicole Makani with 5. Sammy Whitcomb off the bench with 12. Bonner with 9. Westbeld with 1. For Washington, you got Citron with 7, 18 for and 13 for Kiki Iriafen, the rookie. 15 for and 10 for Shakira Austin. So both post players had a double-double. 9 for Alicia Clark, the oldest player in the league, and 9 for Shug Sutton. Off the bench, Melbourne with 2, 5 for Lucy Olsen, 4 for Emily Enksler. AT almost with that triple-double, 1 assist away, but she did have 6 turnovers, so was probably trying to force it to get it. So that's something you got to keep an eye on. All right, let's go over the upcoming schedule before we take a look at the standings. Oops, I hope I didn't click on that ad. There we go. So tomorrow, there's 3 games tomorrow. The Sparks and Dream. I think it was reported no Alicia Gray again in that one, but the Dream just beat the Sparks. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. They just beat the Sparks, or the day before. Can't remember. All the days are blurring together here. Chicago versus Indiana. As reported, we'll take a look at it. Caitlin put a post. She's out for the season. Won't return in the playoffs if they make it. So no Caitlin in that game. And New York plays Seattle, a team they haven't beat all season. We'll see if they can actually get a win. On Saturday, you have Phoenix and Connecticut. Phoenix should win that. And then Minnesota plays Golden State in San Francisco. On Sunday, you have 3 games: Fever versus Mystics, Wings versus Sparks, and Sky versus Aces. We probably will be doing 1 or 2 of these games on the watch along, so stay tuned. On Monday, we have Connecticut and Atlanta. So Atlanta looking like they have a fairly easy schedule down the stretch. Tuesday, a slew of games. It's the second to last day, or third to last day of the season. You got Mystics in New York, Lynx at Fever, Golden State at Seattle, Chicago at Vegas again, and Sparks at the Mercury. Wednesday is 1 game between the Dream and Sun again. And then on Thursday, September 11th, the final day of the season, Golden State versus Minnesota, New York versus Chicago, Phoenix versus Dallas, and Vegas versus LA. And then the postseason starts on September 14th, first round. So that is the schedule for the W. Let's take a look. 1 second, let me pull it up. I went off the page. Let's take a look at the standings. These standings are updated as of the conclusion of that Phoenix game earlier today. So as you can see, Minnesota, number 1 seed. The asterisk means they clinched. I think it means they clinched something. What does star mean? Yeah, clinch best league record. That's what that asterisk with the dashes means. They clinched the best league record, 32-8 currently. The Dream are in 2nd seed at the moment with a 27-14 record, tied with the Phoenix Mercury. I think the Dream do have the head-to-head tiebreaker on the Mercury, which is why they're currently in 2nd and Phoenix is in 3rd. The Aces are currently in 4th with a 26-14 record. If they win tonight, they'll probably go right back up to the 2 seed. Liberty in 5th with a 24-17 record. Golden State 22-18. Depending on what happens tonight, we'll see if they clinch a spot. The Seattle Storm with a 22-20 record, with 2 games to go in their season. The Fever hanging on to that 8th seed with a 21-20 record with 3 games to go in their season. The Sparks, the only team that could still technically make the playoffs, but their chances are slim to none. They play the Dream, and I think they play the Aces, they play the Dream and the Aces in 2 out of their 3 games to end the season. So, it's going to be a lot of uphill climb for them. They're going to have an incredible 3 games and hope the Fever falter there at the 8th seed to have a chance. But it's not looking too good for the LA Sparks to make the postseason. All right. Now that we've tackled that, now I can talk about this. Caitlin Clark, about 8 p.m. Eastern, posted here on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. This is her post. I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. I spend hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling. I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. The way the fans continue to show up for me and for the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I am so proud of this team. I'm so proud, of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim our spot in the playoffs. So no Caitlin Clark for the rest of the season. I mean, as the days and months and weeks were going by, it was getting to that point where it's like they said she's not playing 5-on-5 with contact. She's just playing 5-on-0. She's had a setback here. We're taking it slow. We're thinking big picture. So it was all sort of trending in that direction. So I'm not really surprised that she's out for the season. I know a lot of people are upset that they waited so long to announce it. But the thing with injuries, I guess they didn't want to put a timetable on it or put pressure on her to come back and say that she'll be back on September 4th. And then if she doesn't come back by September 4th, then they think the organization lied or something is wrong. So they just said, we're taking it day by day. We'll reevaluate her and see how she progresses. And unfortunately, the season's almost over, and she's not going to have enough games to ramp back up to get ready for the playoffs when the intensity is at its highest. So they just they figured we're not probably going to win the championship this year. So why risk it with our generational player? And let's just reload, get her healthy for next season. So I understand. Yeah, so prayers up for Caitlin. Hopefully she heals up properly, the groin stops being an issue, and whatever other setbacks that took place during that whole recovery process, that should be good to go to start the 2026 season. It's tough because she's a very exciting player. I know a lot of people started watching the WNBA because of her, wanted to see her play here. And I know it's been a disappointing season, especially coming off the season she had last year. Rookie of the Year, was like an all WNBA player, breaking records all over the place. So I know it's disappointing, but a minor setback for a major comeback. So she'll be off from. She's been ready. She only played 13 games this season, so she'll have all the way up until May next year to rest, recover, work on what she wants to work on, and come back a refreshed and reinvigorated player. Empire says CC get better and come back strong. Yeah, AR, she definitely, when she gets on that court, she's gonna try to go for blood. So, she'll come back that first game of the postseason and try to do too much, and then that could set her back even more. World of Moon, salute, what's good, bro? Janelle said that's a nice break. Yeah, a nice break for her. Chemo says, yeah, she didn't really get to do too much this year. I love her competitive fire to be out there. Her saying it's frustrating is encouraging. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all know Caitlin is a very fiery player. When she's on that court, she's yelling, she's pumping the crowd up. So I know someone as watching her, someone watching her, like her life story and what people have said, like she's been playing ball from a little baby up till now. So being without the game that you love and growing up playing, I know it's probably frustrating. Nice segue, Empire. Speaking of injuries, anything new on Sabrina's toe? They still saying she's questionable with a toe, so this will be her fourth. If she misses the game, that'll be her fourth game missed. So that's something we have to keep. I'll be keeping an eye on. I think they're probably gonna do the same. Not tell her she's out for the season, but they want to think big picture, have her healthy for the postseason. But it is annoying with all these what you call it, with all these questionable, and I know people get frustrated because they want like direct answers, but sometimes these things aren't just black and white, you know. Sometimes they're not. It's just not black and white. All right. Salute to everybody who stayed with me for the whole halftime report. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Broadcast should be resuming shortly. We got about 30 seconds or so before halftime is over, and then we'll get right back to live game action. They're doing the halftime stats here. Let me turn my volume up so I can hear. 47-44. Yep. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field. 3-point shooting, leaving a lot to be desired here. Aces winning the rebounding battle, losing the turnovers battle, and winning the bench points battle 8-4. All right. So halftime is over. They're doing the MVP battle, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Whoever wins this game and has the more decent numbers will probably win MVP in the voters' eyes. Asia winning it in both categories, in the game and in the scoring column. All right. Third quarter about to start here. Make sure you get your vote in. I'm going to end it before somebody screws up the poll. 50% say Lynx, 49% say Aces to win this game out of the 63 votes. Salute to everybody who voted. Let's see who comes out on top. Third quarter is off and running here. Aces with the ball. Starting lineups for both teams on the floor. Kirsten Bell steps in for the mid-range jump shot and misses. Tip rebound to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams on the run. Takes a contested two, but cashes it in. She had no help. She looked behind her. Nobody was with her. She pulled up for the two, and it's a 1-point game, 47-46. Her mid-range jump shot is lethal. When she's on, is hard to stop her. Jackie Young with the ball. Young playing with it at the top of the key. Right side to Bell with 5 on the clock. Bell tries to attack. Bell steps in, shoots a midi, and misses that one. So to start the quarter, 2 Kirsten Bell shots is not the offense I think Becky wanted. Courtney Williams, handoff to Napheesa. Back to Courtney, top of the key. They run that screen. Courtney Williams, another midi from the left-hand side. That one bounces off the rim. Rebound to Jackie Young. Jackie with the rock, comes off the screen from Asia. They get the switch. Jackie fumbling with it. They leave Chelsea Gray wide open over to Nalissa. Nalissa spins into the paint, goes up, throws up the floater, and scores. Nalissa Smith with the basket. That's her first points since the first quarter. Salute Sierra for the super chat. I heard a rumor today that everybody's sub to Jay.JordanTV is good looking. What you think? Word. I'll leave that up to Sierra to decide, but make sure y'all sub up. Ball into the paint with Alana Smith. Foul from behind by Jackie Young. And I don't know if they're going to call that a shooting foul. Jackie Young asking for the challenge, twirling the finger. I don't think Becky's going to do it. Salute for that super chat, Sierra. Appreciate you. They're going to review that one. Becky Hammond twirls the finger. And Becky Hammond says, let's challenge this. So Alana Smith on the drive. And I don't know if if Jackie reached around and hit her arm or hit the ball. I couldn't see from that replay as they go to commercial. All right, so early our first challenge of the game here, if I remember correctly. First challenge of the game. So let's see what the outcome is. Score is 49-46. Aces on top by 3. Much more competitive game than we saw last time these two teams faced off. Let me go take a look at the tennis going on, see what my girl Naomi is doing. Oh, they're still in the first set. It's 6-6. Oh, they're in a tie break right now for that first set. Naomi with the advantage right now. Empire, you think foul on the aces? Yeah, they only showed one replay. I couldn't really see. But it looks like Jackie reaches around and either smacks the ball or smacks her on her forearm, which causes her to lose the ball. So we'll see what the referees determine here. Wow, Dallas is up 41-32. See, I don't know how Dallas is doing. I shouldn't say I don't know how Dallas is doing it, but Dallas' ability to hang with teams, even though damn near their whole team is in the hospital, it's crazy. Dominic said, "What's my prediction?" I predicted aces to win this one. That was my prediction. Salute for your question there. Literally, their whole team is like out for the season. I don't know how they beaten the Valkyries team that was unstoppable against the Liberty. Like, I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it is. Yeah, it's definitely tough to reach around from that angle, but it definitely was a close call. We're still in commercial here if you're just joining. AR saw Valks would come back, just a sloppy first half. Yeah, I have it on the screen, but I haven't been really looking at it. I just look up periodically and see the score here, but they're at halftime right now. All right, broadcast is coming back on right now. Yeah, I mean, Dallas is good for dropping the lead in the fourth quarter. Every time I show the skyline or the aerial shots of Vegas, I'm like, damn, I want to visit. I've never been to Las Vegas. I know people are saying it has definitely changed a lot from years past or decades past. So I'll probably make a trip out there eventually. I was gonna go in 2023 when the Liberty were in the finals. If they would have won that game 4, I was gonna take a trip out to Vegas to watch game 5 in Vegas. But as we know, they lost on their home floor in that finals to the Aces. Bad memories. Ball back in play here with the Aces to start. Con Lanning, seriously? That game's in a delay right now? Nalyssa Smith with the ball. Jump pass, terrible option. And Bridget Carlton with the steal. McBride over to Napheesa. Napheesa for 3. Shoots it over and dots Nalyssa Smith's eye. Napheesa with her first 3 of the game and ties it at 49. Damn, Stoney, it sucks? Damn, that's unfortunate. Kirsten Bell responds, right corner 3. She cashes in and retakes the lead here, 52-49. Alana Smith over to Kayla McBride. McBride down to Napheesa, and a foul there by Asia Wilson. Kimo saw Paige's an amazing play, and she does average 18.9. Not sure if that was her that was meant to be on that start. Oh, maybe. It could be. Kimo. Good shout there. Kayla McBride over to Alana Smith. Pulls up for the mid-range baseline jump shot, and it's a 1-point game again. Minnesota just hanging around here. Oh, that was close to a backcourt violation by Jackie. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Chelsea Gray in the paint. Tries to pocket pass it and stolen by McBride. McBride not paying attention. Jackie Young comes from behind and gets the steal. A'ja Wilson on the run. A'ja Wilson on the attack. Misses. And they call a foul on Bridget Carlton. And A'ja Wilson saying she got hit on the elbow there. I see that happens a lot. The players are just dribbling down the court, not a care in the world. You should know that there's a player behind you. Not even looking back. Ball gets tipped from behind. A'ja Wilson on the drive. And gets fouled. First free throw is up and good for A'ja. A'ja Wilson at the line for the second. And knocks down the second. All right, for those into tennis, Naomi Osaka did win the first set. Minnesota with the ball. Courtney Williams, handoff to Napheesa. Back to Courtney Williams, top of the key. Courtney Williams drives right off the screen from Alana Smith, gets downhill under the basket here. Doesn't have anywhere to pass it. 9 on the clock. Over to Alana. Handoff to Courtney. Tries to get it back to Alana. Can't get it there. Stolen by Bell. Gray over to Young. Back to Gray. Gray steps in. Right elbow jump shot is all. Fight for the rebound. Napheesa gets it. Over to Carlton. Carlton over to McBride. McBride guarded by Wilson. Gets it down to Fee. And a reach-in foul there by Napheesa Smith. Matt said Mike is at the NFL game. Mike was at the UNC game, UNC football game, and now he's at the NFL game. Mike trying to get his face back out there. He will be a part of the NBA coverage on NBC this coming season, so I guess he's trying to make appearances out here. Ball in play here with the Lynx and Williams. Over to McBride. Down in the post to Napheesa. Napheesa shoots the fall away over Chelsea. Rolls out. Rebound to A'ja Wilson. Over to Chelsea Gray. Back to Wilson. Wilson on the drive. Finds Bell. Top of the key. Bell to A'ja. A'ja spins right. Goes to the lane. Throws up the layup. Gets fouled. And one A'ja Wilson. $20 minutes? No, that game ain't ended until all midnight. I hope people don't got work tomorrow that's over there. Damn. But A'ja Wilson, nice move there. She gets to the basket. Right hand lay is good. Ball on Napheesa. So A'ja at the line. A'ja with 21 points. She's making a statement here as she knocks down the free throw for 32. Ball in play here with the Lynx. 6-point game. People probably took both days off for this. Football is just not my favorite sport. So I've never been to an actual NFL football game. Stripped there by Napheesa Smith. Alana Smith wanted a foul. No relation here. Definitely no relation. Alana Smith from Australia. Napheesa from Texas. So definitely no relation. But it remains with the Lynx. Ball and play to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams comes off, shoots the midi, and scores. She gets so much elevation on those jump shots. You can't even block it if you tried. 57-53. Ball with Chelsea Gray. Out to Jewel. Jewel for 3 and knocks it down. Jewel Lloyd for 3. That's her second 3 of the game, I believe, for Jewel. And she's up to 6 points. Courtney Williams with the ball. Out to Smith. Over to Napheesa. Napheesa pump fakes. Drives. Throws it out to Heidemann. Heidemann on the pump fake. Gets tripped up to Napheesa. Foul line jump shot. She finally knocks down a mid-range jump shot. Napheesa with the basket. And quickly in transition, Jackie Young gets up the court quickly off a made basket and knocks down the 3. As soon as I looked down, I looked back up. She was shooting it. And a timeout by Cheryl Reeve. Largest lead of the game for the Aces. 8 points here. 63-55. Wow. 5 minutes to go in this one. It's been the Asia Wilson and Jackie Young connection here. You got 22 for Asia and 15 for Jackie to lead the Aces. On the other end, you got 12 for Napheesa and 14 for Courtney Williams. Yeah, Chemo. I literally looked down and looked back up, and Jackie was celebrating. So an 8-point game is the largest lead of the game here. Matt said you love football? Yeah. I mean, it's not my top it's not my top 3 sport. Like probably more like 4th. This is a good game. I'm glad. I'm glad it's been a good game though. They were in a timeout. They coming out of the timeout right now. 5 minutes to go. It'll be Minnesota ball. Cheryl Reeve was super upset with her team after a made basket. You give up a 3 on the other end immediately. Heidemann gets to the lane and smokes the layup. She had a nice move to get to the basket. Shot it a little too strong. And Aces with the ball. Chelsea Gray with it. Gray with the ball. Gray just dribbling out the clock here. I don't know why. Chelsea Gray goes behind the back. Crossover on Bridget. Elbow jump shot. Rolls off. Fight for the rebound. Bridget has it. Over to Williams. Williams with the ball. Gets the screen from Napheesa. Shoots the midi over Asia. Rolls out. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out by Napheesa. Ball to the Aces. Sierra said, I like hockey. Yeah, hockey not even on my radar. Sierra, I like what's ice basketball? What's that? That sounds like something they do on like Disney on Ice or something. Ball in play here with the Aces. That sounds like something that's on ESPN, the Ocho. Ice basketball. Asia with the ball. Asia on the drive. Attacks and can't finish the left hand leg. Good defense by Alana Smith. Napheesa with the ball. Napheesa over to Heidemann. Heidemann pump fakes for 3 and steps back. Picks up her dribble over to Courtney Williams. Fouled there by Nalissa Smith. On Napheesa. AR said, I enjoy all sports. I listen to a lot of baseball games. Do fantasy football. My favorite is basketball. Now I hear you, my friend. I got convinced to join a fantasy football league for the first time in a while. I'm just there for vibes. But I know my competitive spirit's probably going to take over. Courtney Williams with the ball. Comes off the screen. Over to Atlanta Smith. Finds a cutting Heidemann. Heidemann wide open under the basket. Easy lay. Easy lay. Ball in play here with the Aces. That's 6 points for Napheesa Heidemann. I'll give y'all a list of my sports when we have a break here. Foul by Atlanta Smith trying to reach in on the denial of that pass. That's the second time she's gotten called for that foul. Sierra, you are something else. You are something else. Evans over to Jackie. Jackie on the drive. Ball gets deflected, but it makes its way to Lloyd. Over to Chelsea. Ball deflected by Heidemann. Heidemann with the steal. Heidemann down the lane and lays it in. So active hands by the Minnesota Lynx lead to a layup for Heidemann. 59-63. Evans with the ball. Jackie Young with the ball. Jackie Young guarded by Alana Smith now. Jackie Young into the paint. Pump fakes. Goes cross court to Evans. Evans pump fake. Steps in. 2 is up at the end of the shot clock. She misses. Rebound to Williams. Chance to get a little closer here. Williams stutter steps up the court. Comes off the screen from Fee. Over to Fee. Fee pump fakes for 3 And they call that same foul again. Jackie Young did the same foul on that reach in from behind. And that's the foul on Napheesa. So Heidemann to inbound. Sideline gets it in. Right in front of Floyd Mayweather there on the bench. Courtney Williams for three. Can't get it. Bridget Carlton, offensive rebound. Over to Heidemann. Heidemann for three. And she buries it. So Napheesa Heidemann off the bench knocks down to three. She's been cooking off the bench. And Becky Hammond calls a timeout. Heidemann up to 11 points off the bench here with 3 steals. And it's a 1-point game again. You cannot count this Minnesota team out. Stud bud number 2, hooping. Let's take a look at the box score while we have some time here. But 8 was the largest lead of the game. Heidemann, pretty much on her own, has willed them back into this one. 18-16 in the quarter for Minnesota, outscoring the Aces. For Minnesota, Napheesa with 12 points and 6 boards. You have 9 for Bridget, 9 for Alana Smith, 7 for McBride, 14 for Courtney Williams. Off the bench, Heidemann, the only bench player to have scored. She has 11 points. Oh, I think it's raining outside. Oh, it's pouring outside now. I guess that storm that was in Philly is making its way up north here. For the Las Vegas Aces, A'ja Wilson with 22. Got 5 for Bell, 4 for Smith, 6 for Gray with 9 assists, and 15 for Jackie Young. Gravedigger said, do you think they take Jackie Young out right now? I think they need to get her a rest though. They probably want her full strength for the 4th quarter. She has played what she's played. She's played 24 minutes already with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. So we'll see what Becky decides to do. Ball in play. Jackie Young is still in the game. Jackie Young with the ball. Comes off the screen, going to her left from A'ja. Probing into the lane. Stops. Fall away jump shot is short. And Alana Smith saves the rebound. Gets it over to Williams. Williams with a chance to take the lead here with a 2. Or with any basket, I should say. Williams off the screen. Mid-range jump shot. Too strong. Fight for the rebound. Shepard tips it. And Heidemann chases it down. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann dribbles out to the 3-point line. In and out dribble down to Alana Smith. In the post against Jackie. Throws it back to Alana. Mid-range jump shot is off. And Aces with the ball. Evans with it. Evans, right to left crossover. Down the lane. Goes up for the layup. Misses. A'ja Wilson rebound. Putback is good. So back to a 3-point game here. 65-62. Alana Smith crosses half court. Gets it over to Heidemann. Right side of the floor. Heidemann off the screen. Finds Alana Smith on the cut. Goes up. Layup is good. What a bullet pass there from Heidemann to a cutting Alana Smith. She lays it right in. Dana with the ball. Comes off the screen from A'ja. Hook pass over to A'ja. A'ja attacks Alana Smith. They send a double. They get it over to Chelsea. Chelsea, corner 3. Rolls off. And Bridget Carlton. Good rebound. And box out there. Courtney Williams picks up her dribble and a foul there on the Aces against Evans on Jessica Shepard. A'ja Wilson, they said during the 12-game winning streak, averaging 26.8 points, 12.4 rebounds, 2 blocks on 50% shooting. Absurd numbers, people. Absurd numbers. The Lynx are in the bonus now. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of this quarter. Jessica Shepard at the line. She's not really a good foul shooter. As I say that, she misses. She's usually a make one, miss one type of player. Jessica Shepard out of Notre Dame. Fun fact, plays for I think it's the Slovenian national team. It's either Slovenia or Serbia. I can't remember. And she misses both free throws. And I think they get a free burger or free pizza in Vegas when you miss 2 free throws, the opposing team. Yeah, it's a free slice of pizza. Gray down to A'ja. Top of the key here. Guarded by Alana Smith. A'ja Wilson crossover and gets fouled on the pass. Nah, I watched Jessica Shepard. I know her free throws. She ain't the greatest out there. Atlanta Smith goes to the bench to get a rest here. Aces to inbound side from the sideline here. Ball in play to Asia. Asia guarded tightly by Napheesa. Handoff to Jackie. Jackie pump fakes into the paint. Gets the pass out to Jewel. Jewel out to Jackie. Jackie has to load up for a three. And Jackie cashes in from three. 4-point game here. Courtney Williams with the rock. About a 4-5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Courtney Williams wants the screen. Gets it from Napheesa. Courtney Williams head of steam down the lane. Oh, what a cut by Jessica Shepard. Courtney Williams over the head pass to Jess Shepard. She lays it in. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Guarded by Shepard. Gets by Shepard down the lane. Double clutches and scores at the buzzer. Chelsea Gray somehow got a cross match with Jessica Shepard. Blew right by her. Went to the basket. Double clutch layup is good. 4-point game. 70-66 at the end of the third. Empire said this Asia kid might end up being pretty good with a little practice. Listen, she's not a 3-time MVP for nothing. She is different. She's broken my heart one too many times. Fourth quarter, we're getting ready for the fourth quarter to start here. Let's take a quick look at the box score. So 70-66 is the score. The Aces just outscored the Lynx in that quarter with that last second basket by Chelsea Gray, 23-22. For Minnesota, you got Bridget Carlton still with 9. She hasn't shot the ball since the first quarter. 12 for Napheesa Collier, 11 for Alana Smith, 14 for Courtney Williams, 7 for Kayla McBride. Natisha Heidemann with 11, 2 for Jess Shepard. For Vegas, you got Asia Wilson with 24 and 6 rebounds, 5 for Bell, 4 for Nalissa Smith. You got 8 points, 9 assists for Chelsea Gray. Jackie Young with 18 points on 4 or 5 shooting from 3-point range. Jewel Lloyd with 6. You got 2 from Dana Evans and 3 from Aaliyah Nye. Chemo with the update. Cowboys Eagles still on a weather delay. This Aces game has been good. This really has. I'm glad it has. Marquis, salute. I don't think I've seen you comment before. Salute in the chat. Think Collier gets 20. If they want to win, she gonna need to. What she got now? Napheesa with 12. Yeah, I think she'll get 20. M says, does this game have any bearing in playoff seeding? Yes. Funny you mention it. Nice little segue here. This is the current playoff seeding right now. The Aces, with the Phoenix win earlier and Atlanta win yesterday, the Aces have dropped down to the 4 seed. So if the Aces win tonight, they'll move back up to 2 because they have the tiebreaker on both Atlanta and Phoenix. If they lose, they'll stay here in the 4th seed. The Valkyries, if they win, which they're down by 12 right now, they'll clinch a spot in the playoffs, but if they lose, they'll have to wait. All right. Broadcast coming back here now. Salute to everybody in the chat. We have a nice sized crowd. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. Season is coming to a close. Next week, Thursday, is the final day of the season. So make sure I'll be on stream leading up to that to make sure we get all the playoff matchups and possible seeding combinations that could come into play. You dropped 2 spots because you're technically a game back right now. It's just because you haven't played as many games. So that's how you drop 2 spots. It's tied up there at the top. Kayla McBride, oh my goodness, almost put a hole in the backboard with that brick and rebound to the Aces. Dana Evans with the ball over to Napheesa Smith. Napheesa Smith with it. I thought she was going to hand it off. She does hand it off to Aaliyah Nye. Out to Dana Evans. Loads up for a three. And, oh, she almost puts a hole in the backboard, too. Two identical shots from two different players. All backboard. No rim, no net, nothing. My goodness. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann down the lane, loses the ball, and goes out of bounds. She's frustrated with herself. She's saying she's grabbing my arm. Ball in play here with the Aces. Dana Evans at the controls here. 4-point game. Aces looking for their 13th straight win. Minnesota trying to stop them here. And Jewel Lloyd throws it out of bounds. So it's been an ugly start to this fourth quarter. We've had 2 horrible bricks and then now 2 turnovers. Ball in play with Heidemann. Heidemann at the controls here, guarded by Evans. She crosses half court, gets it over to McBride, back to Heidemann. Heidemann over to Napheesa. Napheesa gonna have to turn into all-star Napheesa. McBride with the ball, gets it down the field. Bad pass. Asia with the steal. It's Asia versus McBride. Asia to the basket and lays it in. She would not be denied there on that one. Heidemann with the rock here. Heidemann spins out of that steal attempt by Evans. Spins back out to Napheesa. Pump fakes for 3. Fee backs down on Asia. I think too much contact and loses the ball. It's a jump ball here between Nye and Napheesa. Ball in play here on the jump ball, and Aces win the jump ball there. Aces with a chance to extend this lead. Asia dribbles across half court, spins back to her dominant left, passes to Dana in the corner, pump fakes. Dana into the paint, floater off balance, and gets fouled. So Dana Evans will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Dana Evans at the line for 2 free throws. She knocks down the first. Second one is up, and Dana Evans knocks down, both free throws. 74-66. Tied for the largest lead of the game here. Minnesota has come back from this deficit before. Let's see what they can do now. Courtney Williams with the ball. Off balance, going to her left, shoots the midi, rebound to Napheesa Smith. Evans with the ball, over to Lloyd. Lloyd passes to Napheesa on the drive and scores. 10-point game here. Good roll there by Napheesa Smith as Kayla McBride tries to answer and does. K-Mac for 3. Needed that one to quell this Aces run. 76-69. Evans with the ball. Evans over to Asia. Asia with the ball. Gets the ball stripped from behind by Napheesa. Almost a turnover. Over to Dana. Corner to Aaliyah Nye. Nye for 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound to Williams. Williams with the ball. Crosses half court. Slows it down. Wants that screen from Fee. Gets the rescreen going the other way. Tries to feed it into her. Ball gets deflected. She gets it back. Bounce pass to Elena Smith for 3. And she misses. Long rebound to Napheesa Smith. And she gets it over to Asia. Asia crosses half court. Pass over to Dana. Dana, top of the key here. Wants the screen. Gets the screen going to her left. Dana Evans. Pump fakes. Out to Napheesa. Back up top to Dana. Dana drives left. Gets into the paint. Throws it out. No looks a pass. And throws it into traffic. Stolen by the Lynx. Now Heidemann with a no look to Alana Smith. And somehow she was able to catch it and finish. Wow. Off that defensive steal. They go quickly up the court. Get an easy layup. The layup actually wasn't an easy layup. It was a tougher. Napheesa Smith, mid-range jump shot, scores. assist to Dana Evans on that one. 7-point game, 78-71. 6 minutes to go here. Courtney Williams off a stagger screen here. Almost loses the ball. Dana Evans dives on the floor for her, but Courtney Williams recovers. Over to Fee. Fee loads up for a three. Misses. Rebound to Asia. Napheesa got to wake up if she wants to win this game. Dana Evans quickly tries to attack. Gets it out to Asia. Asia for three. And she knocks down the three. Timeout, Cheryl Reeve. The Aces are in an absolute zone right now. Going for their 13th straight win. Asia Wilson with that three has 29 points. And she's pretty much locking up that MVP conversation here. 10-point game. 10-point game. Asia Wilson, her first attempt from three tonight. She's incorporated that into her game, and she cashes out. Listen, Aces are hot at the right time here. 12 straight wins, going for 13 right now. Yikes. 71-81 is the score. I think this is the largest lead of the game for either team. They're outscoring the Lynx 11-5 in this quarter. For Minnesota, you have Napheesa with 12 and 6 rebounds. Bridget Carlton with 9. You have Alana Smith with 13. 14 for Courtney Williams with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. 10 for Kayla McBride. For the bench, Heidemann was a spark with 11. 2 for Jess Shepard. For Las Vegas, Asia Wilson with 29 and 7 with 2 blocks. Kirsten Bell with 5. 8 for Nalissa Smith. 8 points, 9 assists for Chelsea Gray. Jackie Young with 18. Off the bench, Lloyd with 6. Evans with 4 points and 4 assists. 3 for Aaliyah Nye. Asia Wilson, what else can you really say about the young lady? She is a different animal, man. Different animal. And her team is, after that beatdown, her team has picked up, everybody has picked up the slack, and they've just turned up their defense and offense to another level. I mean, 12 straight wins is nothing to slouch at. Nothing to slouch at. All right, we're still in the timeout here. Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure you leave a like if you like this type of content. Subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. As the season winds down to an end, we'll be doing some very important matchups on the stream, and we'll be covering the games during the playoffs as well. So hope to see you guys in stream more often. Also, join the Discord. Link is in the description below and in the channel description. When I'm not streaming, I'm usually playing a game in there, like playing a live game in there, not no video game, but showing a live game in there. So make sure you join, and we could chat about some hoops or whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, Mads, that's definitely what it was. Whatever that locker room speech was after the beatdown, I need that speech for the Liberty. Seriously. All right, broadcast is back. I don't know what happened there. They came back from showing some commercial, and then I guess Heidemann went to the basket and got fouled. Let me run my clock down. 5:30 to go. It's a 10-point game. Heidemann at the line. She's been pretty much the only bright spot here, keeping the Lynx in this game. Heidemann, first free throw is up, and she misses. If two players miss 2 free throws in the both free throws in the quarter, do they get 2 slices of pizza, or is it just one player? I don't know how that promo works. Heidemann, second one. I guess we'll never know. She makes the second. 81-72. Dana Evans with the ball. Dana Evans on the attack. Drives right. Dana Evans into the paint. Cross-court pass over to Chelsea. It was Chelsea and Jackie both had it. They were both in that same area. Back to Evans with 5 on the clock. Evans gets cut off. Over to Jackie. Corner to Chelsea. Chelsea somehow gets all the way to the basket. Nobody home. And she lays it in. 83-72. 11-point game here. Chelsea Gray tries to jump pass it. It deflects off of Alana Smith and out of bounds. Ace's defense is swarming. I'll send the pizza emoji in if you join the Discord. That's the fake pizza. That was Jackie Young's 1,000th career assist on that last possession there. As Dana Evans gets down the lane, nobody home, and she lays it in. And a timeout called by Minnesota. This game is getting away from them. This game is getting away from them. Dana Evans' speed is too much for them to handle. Right off the perimeter, gets right into the lane, and nobody there. She lays it in. Yeah, Aces are a scary team, y'all, going into this playoff. Yeah, I need them to get out of the 4 seed. I do not want to see them in the first round as a Liberty fan. Because, my goodness, they are on another level right now. Going up to the 2 seed. We got too many slow players on our team to keep up with them. Sheesh. 85-72, largest lead of the game. Aces in firm control here, outscoring the Lynx 15-6 in this quarter. Salute to everybody here. Salute, salute, salute. Looking at this other game, the Valkyries have taken the lead. Holy smokes. Oh, the Wings just tied it up. They're at the free throw line. 63-63 here. Wow. Like we all said, Dallas can't close. So it shouldn't be so surprising. Dallas retakes the lead by 1, and then Valkyries take it right back. This is another team you don't want to see in the first round. Currently, they'll be playing the Phoenix Mercury in the first round. But I think if the Aces win this game, it's going all the way down to the end here. Honestly, to the last day of the season. Wow, Haley Jones with a basket there for the Wings to give them back the lead. Yo, this game's going back and forth. We got 2 good games here in the WNBA this evening. Can they come back from commercial already, please? Jeez, finally. Ball back. Not ball back. Broadcast is back now. Ball in play here with the Lynx. Did they call off the dogs? I think they called off the dogs here. Cheryl Reeve has put Sherrod, Kosu, Kovas. Kosu gets to the basket and scores. The young Russian gets to the basket and finishes. 85-74. Dang. I think it may be over. I think MVP is Asia's. Nalissa Smith in the paint. One hand push shot is good for Nalissa Smith. Back to a 13-point game. Heidemann with the ball off the screen. Heidemann into the paint. Steps back. Shoots the long 2 and knocks it down. Napheesa Heidemann. She's done everything she possibly can to keep this team in the game. Just she didn't have any help in this second half here. You got Jackie Young with the ball. Over to Chelsea. Chelsea guarded by the rookie, Kosu. Drives. Gets cut off. Gets it over to Nye. Nye on the drive. Gets cut off. She loses the ball. Gets it back over to Gray. Gray. Step back. With 1 on the clock. Air ball. Shot clock violation. So a stop there by the Lynx. Word. There's a lot going on in the Discord, but once you get your notifications tailored to what you want, it's pretty good. I'm out of Discord like I don't know all the ins and outs, but I got it set up to as best as I could. Clean the cover to Heidemann. Heidemann in the paint. Takes a dribble. Floater is up and good. Napheesa Heidemann, she's taking advantage of this opportunity. She's up to, I think that should be 16 points for Heidemann. Dana Evans with the ball. Guarded by Jalen Sherrod. Over to Smith. Over to Jackie Young. Guarded by Kosu. Jackie Young steps back. Loses the rookie. Kosu misses the three. Rebound to Heidemann. Heidemann with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Over to Kleandakova. In the post. Spins. Hook shot over Napheesa Smith, and she lays it in. So the Lynx are working with this bench lineup here. It's a 7-point game. Do not go anywhere. 7-point game. 2.5 to go. They have a chance here. The bench unit putting in work. Jackie Young trying to slow it down. Wants to screen from Napheesa. On the drive. Gets to her left. Steps back. Goes corner to Nye. Nye for three. They need it. And she delivers. That should pretty much do it. A 10-point game. Aaliyah Nye from the right corner. Heidemann comes off that screen. Steps back for three. Heidemann for three. Gets fouled on the three-point attempt by Napheesa Smith. It looks like A'ja Wilson about to check back into this game too. So the clock is stopped at, oh, I reset my time. My bad, y'all. I'm over here. I reset my time by accident. So it's 2:09 to go. And they get fouled on a three-point attempt. Napheesa Heidemann. So Heidemann will go to the line for 3 free throws. First one is up. She knocks it down. Napheesa, a despondent look on her face. I think she saw that MVP trophy just fall by the wayside there. She hits the second. Oh, I hit wrong team. 90-82 is the score. 90-82 with 2:09. Becky gets A'ja back into this game. They don't want to squander it. And Heidemann knocks down all 3 free throws. 7-point game, 2:09 to go. Game still not over yet. Heidemann up to 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Jackie Young over to Chelsea. Back to Jackie. Jackie pump fakes. He has cut off over to A'ja. A'ja in the right corner. Dribbles out of it. Guarded by Kleandakova. Shoots over her and scores. A'ja Wilson, the fadeaway from the baseline. And scores. She's up to 31. That should pretty much seal it. Heidemann gets left wide open for 3. And Heidemann knocks down another 3. Napheesa Heidemann has been absolutely on fire here. Heidemann with 22 points here to keep them within striking distance. 6-point game over to Chelsea. Chelsea for 3. And Chelsea answers back with a 3. They just can't get a stop now. It's over. 95-86. Heidemann finds Kleandakova, goes up. She smokes the layup, and they call a late foul on Napheesa Smith. I didn't even recognize Cameron Taylor has checked in for the Lynx. $95-86. First free throw is up. Kleandakova knocks it down. Jake is a little upset. I guess the Aces screwed them up. The Aces, their longest win streak since they moved to Vegas has been 9 back in 23. This is their longest win streak in their history. Napheesa Smith is on the floor here. Napheesa Smith is on the floor here, holding her head. Hopefully everything is all good. So with 1:18 to go, Napheesa Smith seems to be in a little bit of pain here. Let's see what happened on the replay. Battling. Oh, she went for the rebound. She hit her head right on the chest of Kleandakova. And she's up. She's good to go. Yeah, she's holding her neck. She'll go to the bench and have a seat here. Wow, the Aces about to win their 13th straight game, longest win streak since they've moved to Vegas. 13 games in a row. Wow. That's tough. That is tough. Wow, wow, wow. They're still showing Napheesa here on the bench. It's just a minute 18 to go. I'm not too sure what the ball in play here with the Aces now. Finally, they're doing a full court press. They get the ball down to Asia. Asia cross court to Nye. Nye loads up for a three off the back rim. Long rebound goes to Lloyd, who gets it to Asia. Finds Jackie Young under the basket, and that should pretty much put the finishing touches on this one. Heidemann with the ball. Heidemann comes off the screen from Kleonakova. Out to Taylor. Taylor with it. Picks up her dribble. Gets it up top to Sherrod. Sherrod with the ball. Sherrod gets downhill to the basket. Gets blocked by Aaliyah Nye. Rebound to Asia. Asia up top to Jackie. And I think they'll just probably... I don't know if they'll just go and dribble this out. Chelsea with the ball. Chelsea comes off the screen. Oh, Kosu falls down over to Asia, over to Nye. Back up top to Chelsea. Chelsea into the paint. Corner to Lloyd. Lloyd shoots it, misses. Fight for the rebound. Gets tipped to Taylor over to Heidemann with 17 on the clock. Heidemann will probably dribble this out now. Wow. The Las Vegas Aces get revenge on the Minnesota Lynx, win their 13th straight game. They win 20. Sorry, I almost said they win 27. They win 97-87. They moved to 27-14. They move back into the 2 seed. The Lynx lose. They drop to 32-9. Still have control of the 1 seed here. Wow. I think that pretty much in my opinion, that was the matchup that we had to see to decide the MVP. 13-game winning streak, and she scored 30 on your head top. It's hard to disagree there. Final of the game, 97-87. And I said the Aces would win this game. 27-21 in that 4th quarter. Both teams scored over 20 in each quarter, so a high-scoring game. Defense fake optional in this one. Napheesa with 12 points. Oh, damn. It just disappeared on me. Oh, I gotta scroll up now. So, for Minnesota, you had Napheesa with 12 points and 6 rebounds. 5 for 13 from the floor. Damn. Sorry, Fee. 9 for Bridget Carlton. She on my fantasy team. I needed more. I'm in the championship matchup. 13 for Atlanta Smith. 14 for Courtney Williams with 4 assists, 4 rebounds. 10 for Kayla McBride with 6 assists. She stunk it up too. Off the bench, Heidemann was the spark. 22 points to lead the team in scoring with 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. So she stuffed the stat sheet on 8 of 10 shooting. Shepard with 2, 3 from Kleonakova, 2 from Kosu. For Vegas, Asia Wilson, 31 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks in that one. Kirsten Bell with 5, 10 for Napheesa Smith. You got 13 and 10 from Chelsea Gray, so she gets the double-double. 20 from Jackie Young. Off the bench, Lloyd with 6, Evans with 6, and Nye with 6. Let me hear what Asia talking about. Oh, Asia with the job's not done, job's not finished mantra here. But 13 straight wins is nothing to slouch at. So I gotta salute the young lady and her squad. Let's see if ESPN updated this already. No, they haven't yet. They're usually the quickest ones to update it. But the Aces get the win. We could probably take a peek over at this other game. I clicked too much. We could take a look at this. What are they? Look at these ads. Salt and Vaseline. Like what? Oh, advertising. Anyways, Dallas and Golden State. We'll stay here until the end of this game. We'll just close out the night here and see what's going on. They're in a commercial right now. Salute to everybody who joined the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. But Dallas up 73-72 with 3:34 to go. Listen, that MVP is done and dusted. Them footsteps came up and ran past you, girl. Whole game. Damn, Fee. MVP was yours. I don't know. I don't think so anymore. I don't think so. Wow, wow, wow. They still in commercial here. This is annoying. Let me get off this game. I'll put it on my big screen so I can look. Paige Becker's at the line for free throws, and she knocks down the free throw for 74-72. Paige Becker's with 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Janelle Salon with the ball gets down the lane, gets fouled on her drive to the basket. All right, let me back out of it on this app and load it on here so I can hear it. If you're just joining, we're just staying for the rest of this game here between the Wings and the Valkyries. So a little bonus coverage here. I need to get something on the screen that says bonus coverage. Let me create something right quick. Janelle Salon hits the first free throw, and Janelle Salon hits the second free throw. Ball in play here. It's a tie game here. 74-74, 3:17 to go. Paige Beckers gets double team out to Hines Allen with 7 on the clock. Over to Grace Berger. Berger at the right elbow. Berger into the paint. At the off balance, throws it, but gets her own rebound. It bounces off the rim. Out to Paige. Over to Hines Allen. Over to Paige. Paige off the screen for 3. Off the back of the rim. And Berger with another offensive rebound. Berger over to Haley Jones. Back to Berger. Berger lines up Mo Billings. Hezzy gets into the paint. Spins. Up. Under. Gets blocked by Billings. And Billings with it. Billings over to Carla Late. Carla Late with the ball. Late off the screen. Late wide open for 2 in the lead. And the lead. 2-point game. 76-74. 2:20 to go. Dallas gets it over to Haley Jones in the corner. He gets it over to Paige. Paige misses the midi. Rebound to Salon. Two minutes to go. 2-point game. It is loud over there in San Francisco. It is loud. Carla Late, snake dribble. Keeps the dribble alive. Throws it down. Oh, stolen there by Hines Allen. Hines Allen on the run. Gets it over to Seegers. Seegers for 3 in the lead. Oh, in and out. Fight for the rebound. Goes to Burton. And Burton smartly slows it down there. That Seegers 3 was in and out. That would have quieted the crowd here. 90 seconds to go. Burton with the ball. Gets it to Salon. Ball gets tipped away. Fight for it on the floor. Salon picks it up, though. She loses it. Dives on the floor. 6 seconds, they throw it. And they call a timeout. Did she have control of the ball for them to call a timeout? I don't know about that. But they called a timeout still. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Yeah, nobody had control of that. Like, so how did she get to call a timeout? Nobody had control of the ball. Make it make sense. They're showing replays of the recent plays of what got the Valkyries back into this game. So we're still in a timeout here. Timeout by the Valkyries. They have 5 seconds left on the shot clock. All right, let's see. It's loud there in Ball Hall, as they call it. Crowd is loud, cheering their team on. Remember, Valkyries with a win clinch a playoff spot with a win. Brendan says, "Do I follow the NFL?" Yeah, I do. Not a lot, but I do follow it. I'm a Giants fan. Is that game still in rain delay? I follow it a little bit, but I'm not a huge fan. On the list of my favorite sports, it's like 4th on the list. Oh, it's in the 4th quarter now? Oh, thank you. 1:21 to go. Valkyries to inbound in front of their own bench. Burton trying to get it in. She has nowhere to go. Gets it into Billings. Billings almost gets the ball stolen. Good hands by Paige. Hines Allen gets it over to Paige. Paige with the ball. Can Paige break hearts here in San Francisco? Paige gets around the hedge. Over to Seegers. Corner to Haley Jones. And timeout called by Chris Koklanis. Or did they say it just got tipped out? Oh, they just said it got tipped out of bounds. I thought they were pointing to Chris for the timeout. Ball into Hines Allen with 10 on the shot clock. Paige, go get the ball. She does. A minute to go here. Paige off the screen. Paige with 4, 3. Over to Seegers. Seegers has to get it up at the buzzer. It bounces off the rim. Fight for the rebound. Hines Allen gets it. Throws it out to Paige. Paige on the drive. Paige, mid-range jump shot, short. Can't get it. Fight for the... And Billings gets the rebound. No need to foul here. They just got to play solid defense. Everybody on their feet there in the Chase Center. Burton calling out the play from half court. Burton gets around the screen. Burton tries to drive, gets cut off by Paige. In and out, dribble to the basket, gets fouled and won. Oh my goodness. Veronica Burton, and they go crazy. Veronica Burton, big shot there. In and out dribble, drew the contact on Paige. Ball trickles in, and that should pretty much do it. Wow, there's my most improved pick right there, people. That is my most improved pick. Veronica Burton. And she knocks down the free throw for the 3-point play. 5-point game. That's the thing with Dallas, man. Closing time is not their specialty. They've blown multiple games there in the 4th quarter. I mean, I guess for a young team, that's to be expected, but damn, it's just tough. It's tough as a Wings fan. If you're a Wings fan, I'm not saying I'm a Wings fan, but if you are a Wings fan, it's tough. Yeah, there's no slouch. No slouch teams in the W. You got to come to play, and if you don't come correct, you could end up losing. 79-74, 22 seconds to go here. Thanks for everyone sticking around for some bonus coverage here in the W. Veronica Burton has not missed a game all season. She's 41 for 41, they just mentioned on the broadcast. while players around her have gotten hurt and had to sit out games, she's been the one consistent force on this team. (79-74). Dallas is pretty much done here. 5-point game with 22 seconds left. They would have to hit a 3 and then start playing the foul game. Haley Jones on the inbound, gets it into Paige. Paige with the ball. Paige gets downhill, stops, shoots the midi, and she hits that one. 76-79. They're going to have to foul. What's her name? They call a timeout. So Paige had a couple mid-range attempts that didn't fall when the game was closer. She hits that one. 3-point game with 17 seconds to go. Let me check my fantasy team, see how they doing. Championship week, or the championship is 2 weeks. So I was in the lead last time I checked, but now I'm no longer in the lead. Oh, he's up by a little bit. About like 13, 14. In fact, Bentley, I tried to pick her up, see if she could repeat her magic. Of course, she didn't repeat no magic. Temi Fact Bentley. I should have known. I should have known. Oh, Naomi Osaka looked like she's about to win this in straight sets. Up 6-5 in the second set. Oh, no, that's it, right? I think that's it. No, that's not it. What a comeback there by the Valks, though. What a comeback. Gotta salute the Valkyries on that one. They looked dead in the water, and then they came back. I mean, the Dallas Wings, they'll help you do that. Let me put this other game on my dual screen. Okay, so it's 79-76. Rupier to inbound, gets it in, almost gets it stolen, but it's out on Grace Berger. That almost was a steal. Dangerous. Had her coming towards the sideline. Dangerous. They wanted a foul on that one. So Valkyries will try and inbound again a little further down. Now, like directly in front of their bench, they try to inbound. Rupier gets it into Salon, and they foul. Janelle Salon, 82% from the line here. How many points she has? Janelle Salon with 18 points in this game, 3 of 4 from 3-point range. She's the leading scorer. You have Carla Lade off the bench with 15, Billings with 11. Salon at the line, first free throw is up. Too strong off the back of the rim. There's a sliver of hope here, but it's very low. Salon, and she rattles in the second. Timeout called by the Wings. I think that's their final timeout here. The Dallas Wings. They need a 3. There's no time to play 2 in the foul game again. You need a 3. Looking at the box score here. For the Wings, you got 23 from Paige with 6 assists and 4 rebounds. 18 from Haley Jones. 16 from Segrist. For the Valkyries, Salon with 19, Rupier with 10. You got Kyla Charles with 7 rebounds and 3 assists, hasn't scored. Veronica Burton with 11. Off the bench is where they really killed. 15 for Carla Late. 11 for Mo Billings, 9 for Kate Martin. So 35 points off of their bench compared to 7 for the Wings. The Wings barely have a bench. It's just a bunch of mismatched parts that are on 7-day and hardship contracts. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they really dragging this out. Yeah, that bench differential is tough for the Wings. Oh, Naomi Osaka in a tiebreak here. She's losing. Might go to a third set. This lady in the game, this lady has her dog here in the arena. I'm weak. I didn't know you could bring dogs in. Ball over to Paige. Paige pump fakes, gets into the lane. She goes for the layup. And then they foul immediately. They gonna drag this out. This gonna be the foul game, y'all. This is the foul game. So Paige got the quick 2. They gave her the lane. She took it. And now, we'll just hope people can make free throws here. So Veronica Burton, that's her service dog. Oh, you know her, Sierra? I joke, I kid. Veronica Burton knocks down the first free throw. Burton knocks down the second. So now it's back to a 4-point game. She gonna have to shoot the 3. They gonna have to shoot the 3. She said that dog had pink hair. That lady got the dog courtside. That's crazy. The dog is literally courtside with her in her hands. All right, let's see. Dallas with the ball. Haley Jones gets it to Paige. Paige got to shoot the 3. She goes inside again. Another layup. Paige over here just padding her stats right now with these layups. Kyla Charleston inbound. And oh, they called a reset timeout. They get so lucky. Coach Nakase calls the reset timeout when the 5-second count was about to expire. Wow. Nah, I'll put that on Paige. I don't want to say she's padding her stats, but they gotta shoot the 3 though. You can't just keep laying it up and hope they miss. You gotta shoot the 3. Rupier inbounds it and they foul Burton immediately. 0.5 seconds goes off the clock. Jeez Louise, bro. They dragging a close game in basketball. Professional basketball can extend the game all the way. Can extend the game all 10 minutes from a 20-second game. Burton hits the free throw. They don't have any more timeouts. The Wings don't. That's why they needed to shoot a 3. Now they have to go the length of the court here to try and score. Gets it to Paige with 6, 5, 4, 3. She over here dribbling. Paige, you just had to shoot that. And throws it at the buzzer. And finally, the game's over. The Golden State Valkyries, they have clinched a playoff spot. The first ever WNBA expansion team to reach the postseason in their inaugural season. And they have the smoke and streamers falling from the rafters here. Salute to the Golden State Valkyries, a team put together through the expansion draft, through international prospects. Team people didn't think weren't going to do anything. Brand new head coach, Natalie Nakase, never coached as a head coach in the W before. And they have the t-shirts that say playoffs on it. That must be such a great feeling. And not even like sneaking into the playoffs. They're actually like a high seed in the playoffs right now. Wow. Or Violet should be out there. Come on, Sierra. You got to make the call. Violet should be out there with them. Violet should be there with the t-shirt on. Wow. And they secure a winning season. The Golden State Valkyries. I can't. You just got to be nothing but salute them right now. That's why nobody could sleep on Ellie, man. That's why Ellie's the best mascot. Look at Liz Kitley just signed with the team, and she going to the playoffs potentially. Oh, look at Violet. Violet want to join now. Too late, girl. Terrible mascot. Golden State. Wow. So they will make the playoffs. It's yet to decide. Yet to determine who they will actually play yet, but they make the playoffs. Vi come mad late over here strolling in. Don't got no t-shirt. Still wearing that same dusty dress. I'm hating. I'm hating. That's too much hate. That's hate. That's hate. Let me stop. They haven't updated the standings there with the Valkyries win. But you can see they updated the Aces when the Aces move up to 27 and 14. They move back into the 2 seed. I got too crazy on that one. That was my bad. Valkyries are 23 and 18, so they'll stay in the 6th seed, right behind the New York Liberty. So those are the standings here. Salute to the Golden State Valkyries on that one. Wow, wow, wow. All right, y'all. I gave y'all some bonus coverage on this stream. I wanted to see history. And history has been made. Valkyries, the first expansion team to make the playoffs in their first season. All right, y'all. It is now 12:12 a.m. here on the East Coast. It is Friday. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going about almost 2.5 hours streaming. I won't be streaming on tomorrow. Possibly Saturday and Sunday, we'll be back doing some watch-alongs for some games. So make sure y'all are tuned in. Leave a like on the way out. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll probably put one or two of the games in the Discord tomorrow. If you guys want to watch it or can't watch. So I'll be in there in and out. If you wanted to take part. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Salute for all the super chats, super stickers, likes, and subscriptions. It's Jay Jordan. I'm going to go get some sleep. Enjoy the rest of your night, day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Salute!